Well, while energy bars can be a quick and convenient snack, not all of them are created equal.
Profile by Stanford coach Jen Enns is here. She's going to talk about protein bars, simple, good ones, and maybe not so great ones, but also she made me a whole plate of chocolate peanut butter.
You say that because it's on your side of the table, Chris.
But don't eat them all at once.
But it's true. A lot of people, they pick up their favorite bar and they think it's a good health alternative or a snack.
Which sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So we practice label reading to find out what we want to have in a protein bar and what we don't.
Okay, so what do we need to look for?
So generally you want to take a look at your nutrition label and look at the sugar content. So we want to have it relatively low in sugar depending on what you're doing. Some of them we use as an energy supplement, which energy comes from sugar. It comes from calories. So you're going to get energy from whatever you have. Some kinds of sugar are better than others. A lot of them will have sugar alcohols, which can sometimes cause GI troubles. So you want to watch out for that. But also just making sure that it doesn't have upwards of 20 grams of sugar. Some of them are different than others depending on what's in them. This one here has 5 grams of sugar. Well, this one has 29. That's over 7 teaspoons of sugar. Oh. So this one tastes great, but it's a candy bar. Don't be fooled by the healthy appearance.
Gatorade.
But this would be a great option for athletes, say post-workout, that's just looking for replacing the calories that they've burned at a hard workout and getting in that protein. So the sugar content is a pretty big deal. The protein in them is also a big deal. There are a lot of different kinds of protein. We want to look for ones that contain whey and casein protein because those are the ones that your body can use the most. Some of the other protein sources, it might say it has 20 grams, but your body can't digest a lot of it, so you might only get 10 or 15 grams from that. So you're wasting your money. And then the quality of the protein also makes a difference in how well your body can use it. Some use protein that's not manufactured in the U.S., so it's not quality or safety controlled. So that's one of the perks of the Profile products is we use only domestic ingredients, so you know you're getting something that's been tested and quality controlled.
This one doesn't say anything about sugar, but I'm sure it's just like hidden as another word, right?
Yep, they're always in there. There's a lot of different terms for sugar.
Folds, they make it so hard sometimes for you to read.
13.
Oh yeah, 13 grams. So that's kind of high.
Yeah, walk us through it. Especially K, I think you think, oh my gosh, this is going to be great. And then 13 grams of sugar.
Yeah,
so the Cliff Bar has 22 grams of sugar.
It's basically a cookie. These are amazing for, again, post-workout. If you're doing some mountain climbing, like this guy on that label, it's great.
If you're hanging off the cliff of more.
Have a Cliff Bar, yeah. But they are, a lot of these are just a glorified candy bar. They might have vitamins and minerals. They might be organic or have some good protein in them. But nutritionally, they are, some of them are more like a candy bar, where some of them are going to have a lot of good ingredients. And they're going to be great options as a go-to snack. You know, any of these is better than grabbing a candy bar or fast food when you don't have time to eat. So meal replacements are a great option for that as a quick, relatively healthy go-to snack. But we want to primarily have, you know, these as an alternative, not as the primary food source. If you're eating nothing but protein or energy bars in a day, that's not exactly healthy.
So walk me through this one. I've got, let's see, 3 grams of sugar, 4 alcohol, and 21 grams of protein.
So first of all, this one's not going to taste quite as good as your candy bar versions with the 29 grams of sugar. So it's not bad. If you can't tell where that protein is coming from, again, the quality might be a big difference. Another indicator of lower quality is going to be the cost of them. So most of these are going to run around $2, $2.50, somewhere in there. The cheaper versions are most likely going to have a lower quality protein in them.
It's something to be, because sometimes I'm like, ooh, a discounted protein bar, but then you don't think about, well, what's this protein actually going to be used for once I eat it and it goes into my system?
Exactly. Another thing to look for on the nutrition label is the fat content. So this one has 15 grams of fat in it. So that's pretty high as far as how much you should have in a day. About 30% of your calories in a day should come from fat, and that's a high percentage. So sometimes they use fat to make it taste good. Sometimes it's sugar. So really just doing your label reading is going to be the best option for finding something healthy in there.
Or make your own.
Or make your own, that's right. This recipe we made is a healthy alternative to a protein bar. These are called protein balls.
I better taste
energy
test one.
balls. Yes, taste test them. They're wonderful. So I made this in about 5 minutes. It was super easy, and I just used ingredients I had at home. So this was the profile protein.
No, they're not good. Don't eat those. Don't eat those.
They're horrible. So I used profile chocolate shakes. Most of the recipes, if you're looking for a protein ball, are going to have a protein powder in it. So I used our profile ones here, which was 3 packages of our profile shakes.
Yum.
I used some peanut butter and some powdered peanut butter to cut down on the fat a little bit and help them stick together. And then some unsweetened almond milk and unsweetened applesauce. A little bit of cocoa powder, and you just mix it together and roll them up.
And do you have like
Super
oats on
easy.
the outside then?
Yep. So usually you'll stick something on the outside of it to keep them from sticking together. So I just rolled them in some oats to help them not stick to each other in a clump.
Oh my gosh.
So
Such a great
good,
snack.
good healthy go-to.
Yeah.
So yours, obviously, you probably use like a tiny cookie scooper. How many of these are like the appropriate amount for, I'm done with work, I'm running to pick up the kids from daycare, I need something just to kind of fill me up until dinner?
Good questions. So these ones I made using 3 packages of our profile shakes, and then I rolled them into 24 balls. So 3 of them is a serving, and they are, let's see, about 100 calories, 4 grams of fat, and about 6 grams of carbohydrates, which is relatively low. If we look at the carbohydrates on these, it was more like 40, so pretty high. Yep, 43 grams of carbohydrates. So this would be more of a protein replacement, something good for weight loss, or if you are working on weight management, versus if you were working on having increased energy for a workout, you'd want to have more calories in it. So you might add some sugar to it or more fat to get you those calories in.
So where do we get this recipe?
This recipe is one that I created myself. We'll get it put up on the profile website, which is profileplan.net. Check it out. But you can find recipes like that on Pinterest, on all over the internet. So take a look at different recipes and compare. Find one that looks good, and you can always modify them. Like I said, I threw this together with ingredients I had at home, and it took me 5 minutes. So really just putting in there stuff you like, and then you know exactly what's going into it, and making sure you have good, healthy ingredients in there.
Oh, Jen, these
Great
are delicious.
stuff, I know.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
I want to eat all of them, but I know that wouldn't be good for me, so I won't.
When we come back, we have more chocolate in store for you, so stick around.